Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Morning Musings, where we're listening for a message about going for our big dreams. And we are utilizing Alana Fairchild's Sacred Rebels Oracle card deck as the conduit for said message to come through. Now, what do I mean by going for your big dreams? Living your authentic life. Living the life that you know you were meant to live. That secret wishing and yearning that's inside that nobody knows about, or maybe you've said something about it and they smushed it, or they dismissed it, or they told you it was stupid, or whatever it was that happened to make you put that dream in a shelter, to protect that dream. And over the years, it got put in the shadows to where maybe you even forgot about it. Maybe you forgot about that yearning, that pull to something. And you're now noticing that you're looking at life saying, I've checked all the boxes, but really, is this it? Is this all there is to life? And what's happening is that yearning is still there. That desire to be who you are, to follow your interests, it's still there. And it's tired of being put in the corner. It's tired of being in the shadows. It's like, okay, I let you do all the things you're supposed to do. Can we now play? Can we now do this? Can we now have a life that actually means something? Not that your life didn't mean anything. Not that all that stuff isn't meaningful, but it's not authentic. Maybe it's not authentic. There might be parts of it that are authentic. Not saying the whole thing is, right? But it's not your authenticity. It's not your true. You still have this thing that's like, oh God. And it might be hard to find, but it's there, right? If you're feeling this malaise, if you will, about life, like, and you know there's something more, but it's just out of reach. It's because it's been put in a corner. And it's time to get in touch with it. It's time to pull all the boxes and walls and gates and all that stuff out from that corner where that dream lives, where that yearning lives, to dust off the shelves, to pull it out, to give it a hug, and to say, yeah, let's let's see what this is about. Let's see what's changed from way back when to now. Let's see what's shifted and how can this show up today? How can this show up today? Because your dream is important. It's what you're here for, right? It's that purpose. It's your purpose, right? It's not. Well, I don't know. Maybe it is. It's the thing you were meant for, right? It's this gift that to bring to the world. So that's the idea of going for your big dreams, of living your authentic life. So let's make this happen. We are going to have a little meditation to get you in touch with that piece of you, to go deep in and see if you can't find that little piece that's talking to you from the shadows. And then we'll pull a card and we'll see what the message is. Yeah. So, but before we get into that, the thing, hit that like and subscribe button and the bell that's up there that will let you know when I go live next, which I do try to do every day. So, all right, business over. Cool, cool, cool. So let's get comfortable in your seat. Mm. And just wriggle your body around a little bit, right? Oh, oh. And just notice your body. Yawns are great. Yawns are a wonderful thing. They mean things are shifting. Something's shifting in there. So just sit in your body. Close your eyes if you're safe to do so, if you're so inclined to do so. And I want you to scan your body from head to toe. And I want you to focus on the areas that feel good. And just notice them. Mm. Say thank you. Thank you for working. Thank you for expanding and contracting and taking care of the food and healing my body. And just thank you. Thank you for working. I appreciate all that you do to walk me through this life. And now I want you to scan your body again. And I want you to focus on those areas that are not so happy. They have some pain, perhaps an injury, some tension, maybe even dis-ease. And I want you to thank your body for this information, for this fight that's going on. Pain is information of like, you're pushing the boundaries, but that's a little too far. You're not ready for that yet. We'll get there. Tension is that shield around you, protecting you from outside influences. Dis-ease is your body fighting the elements, trying to keep you healthy. Some kind of virus or forget the B word gets in and your body is fighting it. Antibody or something like that. Yeah. The biotic. Forget that word, but that's okay. You know, your body is trying to heal and fight this thing. And I want you to thank your body for doing so. Thank you for fighting for me. Thank you for wanting to heal and protect. Keep me safe. Help me survive. And it's doing this every day, all day, And sometimes it gets caught in a loop. Your body gets caught in a loop because it had to fight something so extreme, so unusual, so impactful that it was too busy fighting to see when it ended. And this is mental, emotional, spiritual, or physical. It's an event that happened, an incident, a situation, a person that came into your life, or a group of people that surrounded you, an environment that you were in that it had to fight tooth and nail. It had to protect you from. It had to make sure that you survived. And so it did something extreme. It shut you down. It made you loud. Anywhere in between. Created a certain type of behavior so that you could survive. That situation, that incident, that person, those groups of people, that environment that you were in and around no longer exists for you. You've grown, you've built a life, you've created places of safety where that doesn't happen anymore. So you no longer need to respond to that. You no longer need to have that behavior, that thought pattern, that way of reacting or keeping yourself safe. But it became very ingrained. It became the way you survive. And so the body goes to that quickly because it never got to close the loop, never got to finish with success. You finished with survival, but you never got to finish the loop. And so that tension remains, that dis-ease, mental, emotional, physical, spiritual, remains until we work on that and close that loop. And the first step to that is reminding yourself that that's not here anymore. It's no longer truth today. And allowing yourself time to relax and to put those tools in the toolbox. They're right there, readily available should that ever happen again. And they're not necessary right now. And just take some time for your body to get used to this idea before it even starts to heal. And so we come here every day to remind our bodies and to get used to this idea, to help close the loop. And as your body is taking in this information, I want you to go into your heart center. I want you to notice all the protections you've put around your heart. all boundaries, all the walls, all the gates, and all of these things have kept you safe. And some of them are outdated, and some of them are still working, or they're still there for a reason. And some of them are crumbling. And behind them all, there's a light that's shining through. And it may be faint, or if you've been doing this work for a minute, it may be a little brighter. But it's intriguing, and it's beautiful, and it's boosted your curiosity a little. And so you start to walk through these boundaries as only you can do, as you are the architect of them. They've kept you safe. You've built them around you. So you can walk through them. And you walk through them, noticing them, seeing which ones maybe need to come down, which ones need some repair, some adjustment. And the light gets brighter as you go through the layers. You finally step over the very first boundary you ever laid. And you step into this space of pure light. It's beautiful, it's bright, but not blinding. And it's warm, the perfect temperature for you. It's cozy, it's inviting, it's comfortable. And it feels safe, even if you don't really know what that feels like. There's a sense of safety. This is you. This is your divine spark. This is your gift to the world. This is what's been hiding, protected. And it's time to allow it to shine. It's shown through in whatever ways it could, finding the cracks, coming out. But now it's time to really allow it to shine. And as you are getting more in touch with this light, this spark, this gift you have for the world, I want you to reach out into the earth, deep down, reaching out energetically to connect with the creative life force that created everything on this planet. And I want you to invite that energy up into your body. And you feel the energy coming up through your feet, into your ankles, your shins, your knees, your thighs, your hips, up your spine, into your torso and your abdomen, your chest, your shoulders, down your arms, up your neck, into your head, swirling around, finding those areas of injury, of tension, of dis-ease, and bringing healing, clearing out, strengthening life force to every cell in your body, and swirling around until it connects to your heart center and your big dream, your divine spark. And it says, yes, let's create, let's bring this to life. Let's nurture this. Let's birth this. Let's watch it grow and become something amazing. That creative, life-bringing force is your partner. And now reach out up into the sky, energetically, into the stars, past the moon, into the galaxy, into the universe. Connecting with the knowledge of the universe. Knowing that everything is connected. No matter how far spread out it is, it's connected through energy. And I want you to invite that energy, that quantum, universal energy, down into your mind, down into your neck, your shoulders, down your arms. Oh, down your spine, into your chest, abdomen, torso, hips, thighs, knees, shins, ankles, and feet. Again, swirling around, connecting all of your cells, bringing knowledge, and finally connecting to your heart center, to that divine spark within, and laying out the path forward. Here's the path with all the tools, with all the knowledge you need, knowing that there are people working their way to connect with you, the right people at the right time with the right opportunities. Great blessings. Amen. So mote it be. Our card for today is receiving. Receiving. We got this one a couple of days ago. Receiving. You are so loved. Your every need is witnessed and responded to by the universe. However, you sometimes forget this. You become swept up in the momentum of habitual consciousness, and you forget to take a moment to stop, breathe, and be. In that moment, you can receive the love of the universe that is receiving you. It will nourish you with contentment and energy. You have not done this enough, so your soul is becoming parched and is drying out. Energy has been going out of you, but there is not enough coming back in. It is time to bring something back in for you, to receive and be received. You are being offered a chance for restoration now, to feel nourished, cared for, and loved. Accept it. You deserve it. The healing process below will help you surrender any guilt or shame you feel for having needs in the first place. It will also help you overcome any struggle that you have receiving and accepting so that your needs can be met. Do you know how much joy the universe gains from being able to give to you? When you delight in what you receive, when you openly embrace a gift and are so happy with it, the universe is fully received by you. In this space, there is joyful communion between you and life. Energy flows more freely and magic happens. When you demur, saying you cannot accept, that it is too great a gift, or that you are not worthy, you are impeding that flow. You are inhibiting the communion, the connection, the playful interaction between you and the universe. Enough with the false modesty and guilt. You are a radiant sun in human clothing. An exquisite life experience is your birthright. Enjoy it. Soak it up, all of it, including the restoration of sacred rest. From that place of nourishment, you will more effortlessly create, live, and love with greater energy and thriving, pulsing passion. The earth rests each night so it can greet the sun again each morning with the spectacular living art of sunrise. Allow yourself to switch off, step away, close the laptop, switch off the phone, and just be with yourself for a little while. You will return and be more efficient and effective. Rest now, play now, and work later. Forget your worries for a while. Switch off. Do something else. Let it all go, and it will all flow. Receiving. Let's do the healing process. Say aloud, I release all false guilt and shame about having needs and all false beliefs about rest being wasteful or unnecessary. I accept healthy, productive, sacred rest and the gifts of happiness that it brings. I understand that rest and activity balance, feed, and nourish each other. There is sacred healing that happens through rest, which is very powerful. I accept and receive this now through unconditional love. This is now so. And here's a story. The great French impressionist painter Monet sat in his garden on a warm afternoon. He was napping lightly on his garden bench, with the sunlight dappling gently through the straw hat resting over his face. It was soft and warm on his closed eyelids. He sighs contentedly. A nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence, keen to know what the brilliant artist was up to now. "Sir, are you resting?" the curious neighbor called out. "No," responded Monet, wriggling to get even more comfortable in his reclining garden chair. "I am working." Oh. mm. He relaxed further as the mild breeze tickled the hair on his forearms. The next day, Monet returned to his garden, consumed by the urge to translate his feelings onto the canvas. He painted with great energy and focus. He was inspired, and the paint flowed. Again, the nosy neighbor poked his head over the fence. He called out, "Sir, you are working." "No," said the artist, barely pausing with his brush. "I am resting." That's the story. Give yourself a hug and perhaps have a nap or a cup of tea or do a little dance around your living room or paint, relax, go for a walk in the park or do a spot of window shopping. Just be, play, laugh, and relax. Give yourself what you feel you need at this time. If you aren't certain, that's fine. Yes. And know that the more often you do this, the more skilled you will become in identifying and meeting your needs and learn how to receive. You need to fill your cup. You need to fill that yumminess within before you can hand it out, before you can share it. It's the oxygen mask. Put yours on first. Put yours on first. And then you can help others. You're allowed to receive. You're allowed to rest. You're allowed to fulfill those needs within that yearning, that desire. And if you are in need of some support to help you learn how to get in touch with that piece of you, to get clarity around that piece of you, I offer the Big Dream Wake Up Call. It's free. It's an hour where we get to sit and really focus in on that big dream, on that divine spark within, so that you can see it, so you can get some clarity. Maybe move some of the stuff around so that the light can really shine through, so that you can figure out what your next steps are, how to move forward with this clarity, this newfound clarity, where you can accept your own divine spark, your own truth, and hold it as sacred. Just the link is in the description below, and I do hope that you'll come join us. It's happening Sunday, January 25th. It's actually coming up just a couple of days. There's still time to register, and I do hope that you'll join us. Keep your eyes on the horizon, hands on the wheel, and your foot on the gas, baby. Let's do this. I'll see you tomorrow.